Welcome to the Lumumba Files. This is the Sunday edition. You know, we're not a national radio. We are unfiltered. We are unapologetic. We are absolutely politically disruptive. And remember, on this show, we specialize in intellectual political brutality. I encourage those who support Chamisa. Tonight is a good night to come and defend him. You know, it's so funny. I have never understood people who think it's a sign of loyalty. They think it's a sign of loyalty to take on someone else's beef. Like, they think it's a sign of loyalty to inherit those mistakes. Tonight, we are speaking about the art of lying, the art of political deception. Tonight, we are talking about how lying works in politics. It's a phenomenon everywhere across the world. Lying happens everywhere in politics. And tonight, we're doing a deep delve into what is happening when it comes to lying. But before we do that, let's go through some issues that happened last week. Now, a lot of you know that last week was ZANU-PF. And I am very fair. When we were talking about ZANU-PF, I ripped into pieces everything that ZANU-PF was doing wrong. I was not selective. I went all the way to the top. Understand, Facebook followers, Facebook people. Criticism is not hate. Do you understand that? Criticism is not hate. It's criticism. That's why the words are different. One is C, one is Acie. One is criticism, one is hate. Criticism is not hate. This last week, Ambassador Chung, the president's special advisor, you know, there was a situation with his last election. You know, election, primary election, I now observer, I know international foresight. So election so Ambassador Chris Mchongo pane yakatambiga. Ambassador Chris Mchongo juka. The beauty of Ambassador Chris Mchongo's election now is he then goes to a rerun and there's actually no opposition. Like Ambassador Chris Mchongo had a rerun with no one to run against. So he ran against himself. The lesson here, for those who are saying, no, the primary election is ZANU-PF practicing for what's coming. The president's special advisor lost an election. When he lost an election, he advised himself to rerun the election. When he reran the election, he advised his opponent to not contest in the rerun of the election. When he advised the opponent, I am wondering, like, what type of advice do you think he gave the opponent, right? Because the opponent was given some type of advice by the president's advisor, and he did not run. So there you go. Chris Mchongo had a rerun. He won the rerun. He ran by himself. Reminds me of 2018. Robert Mugabe had a rerun. Morgan Tsvangirai was advised not to run, and Robert Mugabe won the election. And here we are today. So Chris Mchongo made news last week. We've got Maggio. Here is what, see, I knew MDC primary elections were going to come and give us Mafirimu Emma movie. I knew there would be chaos. Now, Maggio has said, I am not running in this election. Maggio is not running. Maggio was asked, she called a press conference, Maggio, why are you not running in the elections? When I dread Maggio, the Rasta, pote ngopina mu team gang scarf, because scarf and Rasta, Ranimba, mix and match. So Maggio is asked, Maggio, why are you not running in this election? Maggio says, I can no longer contest because the environment is not free and it's not fair and it's not conducive. Okay? Hold on. Let's analyze this. Are you kidding me, Jesse? How does Maggio say the environment is not free, is not conducive? Which election have you participated in, Maggio, which was free, which is a conducive environment? Are you kidding me? The truth is, Maggio, wakachika Joanna Mamombe, wakachika kurowa Mamombe, because vanhu never say kuti na Mamombe, vanhu vakakura vari kumombe. Saka msikana akakura achifudza mombe, anouya kuita kamombe. Saka wakachika kuitwa kanyama, ndo saka wakabuda mu-election. Akunoda onyebera vanhu. So stop trying to cause division in your party now, Jesse, because you got scared. You got cold feet, you got scared, you ran. On the election, do you think election is a tea party? Do you think election is high tea? Do you think the one who high tea? election haiti jesi akuyiwo uchibata wakata kapu wakapfeka drezi wakapfeka maheta anenge ane tumaruva inonzi election haizi tea party election. So in the end, Jesse Maggio stepped out. Sorry, Jesse. MDC will absolutely proceed without you. I promise you, they're not even going to miss you. Joanna Mamombe is going to take that position and enjoy it thoroughly. I don't know what beg Jesse because we all know Marare, MDC, Inotunga, MDC Ndecha Tunga, Marare. Kasukwere is coming back into the country, apparently, according to NPF. My God. I mean, I hope he comes back because police because it's all one big circus to me now. Grace Mugabe is also now being asked to come back to South Africa. Remember Grace had a story? Remember Grace's story? Grace akasiaro mskano ya nesta rafa na Mugabe anonza niko anonzi Gabriel mskana huyu Gabriel ku South Africa. Grace akarowa Gabriel now they're asking Grace Mugabe to go back to South Africa. Zimbabwe is, we're supposed to step in. I'm like, why are we stepping in? Like, let Grace go, guys. Even if Grace goes in a buzz, let Grace go to South Africa and answer your stories. We don't care. But speaking of Grace, Grace is the former mother of the country. I want to be honest, guys. A part of me misses Grace. Like, a part of me misses Amai Mugabe and her rallies. I miss them. I wish the new first lady vakambutanga kuti master rally. My auxilia vakambutanga kuya master rally. So mona master rally my auxilia. I don't think auxilia Mnangagwa will perform well in the star rallies because unofana uchito dunya kuti perform marala. Marala na mna puta mpanje, mnane dread, mnano penga, mnane bipolar. So I don't know, and the difference also with, if Auxilia decides to do it is the vice president you're going against. First of all, even vice president, then so no, I just wish my Auxilia are just one star rally. Zimbabwe Electoral Commission was advised that maybe $100,000 from every competitor who wants to run in the presidential elections. That was what Zimbabwe Electoral Commission was told. And if you want to contest for president, because my candidates are Wandisa, candidates must bring in $100,000. The problem with this concept, let me tell you the problem. Once these politicians invest $100,000 into running, those are what you because politicians are calculator. In return on investment, I invested $100,000 for me to run. Now I want my return of investment. I must steal from people. This is how politicians end up stealing. So I don't know how it's going to end up, but that's Zek. The last issue before we get into the big topic tonight, which is the art of lying in politics, is Thokozani Kupe launched her man. You see? Oh, sorry. There. Thokozani Kupe's. Wait. And anyway, Thokozani Kupe's manifesto was in Ndebele. I don't understand it, so I didn't read it. Mofunga unatoa in Ndebele zanzi chi, kwanza ndizwisise. Siyakhuluma. Ndebele is Ndebele words have an L. Do you know that there's no R in Ndebele? Do you know that? Ndebele doesn't have an R. So if the general was ever going to have to speak in Ndebele, and Ndebele has no R, it only has L, how would the general speak Ndebele? So before you attack me for not knowing Ndebele, ask the general how you speak Ndebele. You can't even say Ndebele. So I mean, don't come to me. Don't blame me. Let's talk about some serious business. Chamisa. Nelson Chamisa was in the United Kingdom. The trip was absolutely shambolic, okay? Absolutely shambolic. Now, I know a lot of people are going to come and criticize and defend Chamisa, and I'm going to talk about the people who are defending Chamisa in a minute. But hear me out. Nelson Chamisa went to the United Kingdom. The highlight of his trip in the United Kingdom is Nelson Chamisa went on Hard Talk and he had an interview on Hard Talk. In this interview, kupora kwa idi anopora ne position ekugara. Idiga nakanaka garanga garwa i. Di idiga. Chamisa now. Chamisa kana interview angarwa i. Sure. Yes, sure. So Chamisa goes on Hard Talk. Understand, many people have been on Hard Talk before. Walter Mzembe has been on Hard Talk. Jonathan Moyo has been on Hard Talk. Many people. So stop acting like, Diego Hard Talk. Obviously, there are people who haven't been on Hard Talk because it would never be okay to go on Hard Talk. I think Nelson Chamisa was set up. I understand when his supporters go crazy because Nelson Chamisa was set up. When you go to the United Kingdom, there are so many Zimbabweans who are in some of the biggest banks in the UK, who work for some of the biggest law firms, who work in some of the best Ivy League universities, London School of Economics, UCL, Oxford University, Cambridge University. You have Zimbabweans in the highest echelons of British society who should have advised Nelson Chamisa. Nelson Chamisa should have taken advice. But the trouble is Nelson Chamisa is being advised by Tendai Biti. Don't blame Nelson Chamisa. Blame Tendai Biti. Tendai Biti is walking Nelson Chamisa down the garden. You know what that saying means? It means Tendai Biti knows what Nelson Chamisa's weakness is. So he's taking advantage of Nelson Chamisa's weakness. Kuti Chamisa arovere pasi. Biti atore chinu. Because Biti is the guy with all the facts, all the big brains. Nelson Chamisa is the star. So what's really happening is simple. BT Argupfurira Chamisa. How do you go to the United Kingdom and not call Alex Magaisa? If you sat down for 10 minutes with Alex Magaisa, he would have given you a heads up. If you sat down for 10 minutes with the very same people who are criticizing you, Nelson, the very same people criticizing Nelson, if you sat down with them while you were in the UK, they would have helped you. But problem yakaitika. Nelson akashika ku UK, avapadwa ne boys red zungu uzakuna maZimbabwe ne zungu munomazia. Boys red zungu le mu United Kingdom. Do rakabata Mr. Nelson. Rabata Mr. Nelson, driver mu mota dzanga dza haiwa, mota dzema baby avo echirungu, their white girlfriends, their white on, and you were in the wrong bedroom. You were in the wrong bedroom. And then you were asked, "Nay, Mr. Nelson, what are you doing here?" And your answer was, "I'm selling socks. Do you think it's about socks? My name is Spencer Banda. That was what happened. That's simple. That's exactly what happened. You were caught with your pants off in the wrong room and voila, chapa chaputika. But here is what I want to help you understand. Here's what everybody must understand. It's not that Nelson Chamisa, the problem is not that Nelson Chamisa is a liar. Because I can tell you that every politician is a liar. You tell me one politician who is not a liar. Every single politician from across the world is a liar. The problem is you got caught. Every politician lies. The trick is not to get caught. Every Zimbabwean lies. Right now, you're lying. Mama, I'll die for you. Are you Jesus? What do you mean you die for your mother? Are you Jesus? But you lied to your mother today, Mama, I'll die for you. You are the queen of my heart. Today she's the queen of your heart. Yesterday you were also telling your Njapisi, she is your Njapisi, the queen of your heart. Your wife is the queen of your heart. You better stop it. You see, govern your mouth. Nelson Chamisa got caught. If you go back to the founding elements of politics, in the 12th century, I'm sure you all watched the movie Helen of Troy. If you go back to the 12th century, there was a lady called Helen, and then synonymously she was then called Helen of Troy or Helen of Sparta. Helen of Troy created a war between the Italians and the Spanish. And the reason why this war came about, if you don't know the story, the reason why this war came about is the French, so it was the French. The French went and they took French and Greece. The French went and they wanted to take over Greece. In the process of the war, in order for the Greek to make the French feel as if the French have won the war, what the Greek did is the Greek let the French come in. They built this big horse, wooden horse, which they call the Trojan horse. This Trojan horse was then taken by the French. The Trojan horse was taken back to Paris. Once the Trojan horse got to Paris, the Greeks who were inside the Trojan horse broke loose of the Trojan horse. They had their best elite fighters in the horse, got out in Greece. The boys and as a result, France got defeated, Helen got rescued, went back. So lying in politics has happened for a long time. 1894, General Alfred Dreyfus was stripped of all his military colors in France because he was charged for treason. Okay? Later on, they found out the charge was a lie. He was reinstated. The British missionaries came to Africa in the name. The British missionaries came to Africa in the name of Teaguzo Paridza. The British missionaries lied to Africans that they were here to teach us about the Bible. But why were they here? They were here to steal from us. Politics has always been about lies. Nelson Mandela lied to South Africans that they were free. Robert Mugabe lied to Zimbabweans that land was going to be ours, but later it was going to be his and Gracie's. It was only going to be between the two of them, apongo. So lies have always been in politics. The military of Zimbabwe said, they were looking at a set like this. They said, this is not a coup. This is not a takeover. We are only targeting the criminals around the president. Where are they now? Guess who are the criminals around the president? So, politics has always been about lying. Bill Clinton was impeached because he said, I had no sexual relations with that woman. Okay? Bill Clinton. George Bush said, there are weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Politics has always been about lying. People lie to maintain world order because if we did not lie, there would be no world order. Imagine politicians actually telling you the truth. Understand, there is a difference, fundamental difference between deception and a lie. Okay? Emerson Mnangagwa is the master of deception. Nelson Chamisa is turning out to be the master of lying. The difference between the two is deception means you leave other issues out. You leave the finer details out. You exaggerate, but you leave the details out. That's Emerson Mnangagwa. He will tell you, I went to Qatar. I signed $1 trillion deals, but he won't tell you, I sold the country in the process. So he just leaves out some fine detail. Now, Nelson Chamisa will tell you, I am going to invent a new train that can go 800 meters per hour. So the trouble with, when you lie, lies are okay depending who you're lying to, right? Like, I mean, sometimes you just gotta lie. So lies are okay depending who you're lying to. But when you lie on an international stage, Tambudziko now becomes, you get called out. And when you get called out, you start being labeled things like, hey, that's the type of stuff that comes out of Alice in Wonderland, Nelson in Wonderland. Saka, no problem with lying, but when you're lying, Mr. Chamisa, just package emanyepo. I'm sorry that the UK trip was not as great as it was. I think you're getting unnecessarily a hard time. I don't think we have to be that hard on Nelson Chamisa. We all get caught lying sometimes. I mean, this country, Zimbabweans, there are certain lies that are specific to Zimbabweans. Certain lies that are specific to Zimbabweans. Write in the comments section some lies that only Zimbabweans tell. Write in the comment section. You know the lies that Zimbabweans tell. Write some lines of the lies that Zimbabweans tell. I mean, I'll tell you some of the lies that guys tell. I mean, guys tell lies like, I have money. That's the type of lies guys tell. Varume vakomana ku Zimbabwe vanonyebera vasikana kuti you have money. Hamuna mari. Ime muzanyebe because munewana kupi mari when the economy is not producing money. How can you lie to a girl that you have money? Unless you are in Zanu PF at the top, auna mari. Stop lying to women kuti une mari. Ime vasikana murumaka kuti ane mari. Ask him, are you even a registered voter? How can you have money when you're not even a registered voter? Guys also tell lies like, oh, I don't know, baby, I was at work. Anytime a guy says, I was at work, you're lying, guys. We're not at work. You and me know we will not be at work. Guys tell things like, oh, you are the sugar in my tea. I mean, can you drink a woman? Can you drink a person? What is sugar in your tea? What do you mean you are the sugar in my tea? Anyway, so guys tell lies. Oh, it's my cousin's sister. From my mother's side. Does she look like his cousin's sister? Does she act like the cousin's sister? Does she dress like the cousin's sister? She is not the cousin's sister. How can you just say you're my cousin's sister and you don't even look alike? So guys tell lies. Women tell lies too. I mean, women in Zimbabwe, I'll tell you the 3 lies I find unbelievable from women in Zimbabwe. Maybe this is women across the world. Number 1, women say things like, oh, I'm on my periods. Are you on your period every day? How? You are only on your period when you see me. You are not on your period. You are a period liar. That's what you are. Women tell lies like, what are the big lies do I hear from? Oh, I get tested every month. So I know that I'm not HIV positive. Why are you getting tested every month? Let's assume it's true. Urumo tested way every month. Why is it every month you feel the need to be getting tested? So stop lying to us. Anyway, and then of course, the biggest lie of all is when people say I love you. That's okay. So that's the second biggest lie. The second biggest lie is when people say I love you. The biggest lie is when people say I love you too. That's actually the biggest lie. So yeah. There's a lot of lying going around in politics, and I want to read some of the lies you guys are typing. So let me see if I can read. What lies have you guys heard, whether from politicians or from Zimbabweans? Of course, then there's that one big lie women like to tell, like, oh, I've never done this before. I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, how can you not believe you're doing it when you just did it yesterday with somebody else? Today, you no longer can believe that you're doing it. If you have belief problems, you need faith. What do you mean you have belief? People are not serious. Okay, so the comments are going faster than I am, so I'm waiting for the comments to catch up. But here's the thing with lying in politics. Do you know what perpetuates lies in politics? Let me help you guys understand. What perpetuates lies in politics is the supporters. The politician actually doesn't really want to lie, but the supporter makes the politician lie more. And I'll help you understand how. You know, if I say to my girl, baby, I was at work. Okay? That's one lie. Let it go. If you ask me, what were you doing? You are forcing me to tell you lie number 2. If you then say, with who? You are forcing me to create lie number 3. So Nelson Chamisa's problem was never that he lied. The problem is Nelson Chamisa told the lie, and then people started asking, but how? And then he started saying, I'm by 800 meters an hour. So you guys, Nelson, people just need to let people just kind of, lie and get by. There are very different types of supporters in politics today. And I'm sure you have been noticing it. Here's the category of supporters we're starting to see. You have the anti-ED supporter. The anti-ED supporter is the person who says, I am going to vote for anything that's not Emmerson Mnangagwa. That's the one type of voter you have. It's a voter who is just hell-bent that as long as it's not Emmerson Mnangagwa, I will vote for it. And then you've got, the other type of voter, the voter who says, I am just a stubborn loyalist supporter for Nelson Chamisa. I don't care what Nelson Chamisa says or does, I'll support it anyway. Nyangwa Nelson Chamisa kanyeba, nyangwa katara chokwadi, I am just going to support everything Nelson Chamisa does. So then you got that type of supporter. Then you got the type of supporter who's the capitalist type of supporter. Capitalist type of supporters are the supporters who understand that they need to make money out of politics. I'm going to do a whole session on this. You have companies like Traffic Gura, the guys who own Puma, okay? The guys who own Puma who funded Command Agriculture. I am going to do a detailed breakdown of how these capitalist supporters work very soon in the next episode. You had people like Zodwa. You know Zodwa, Mbuyava Genius. Zodwa Mbuyava Genius, she is a serial capitalist supporter. She was one of the chief funders of G40. She gave G40 money, propelled G40 in exchange for business of flying the whole country. Those are capitalist supporters. I will do a detailed session on these. You also have the undecided, confused supporter. This is the supporter who akapina mu saloon akanzwa muchitaurwa nyaya nasi mukataurwa nyaya kuti aende idi ari kugona ari pa mabasa anoti endi zveshugwa idi ari kugona. And then in the same hair saloon Nelson Chamisa ari kugona ataura kuti ara kunza ndege dzinobhururuka because imwe ndege dzisati bhururuke and Nelson anogona. Those supporters, they are so undecided, so confused, and they are absolutely all over the place. I think finally you have the I can't really explain why I support, but I support supporter. I don't do support today, but I'm guys, I just support guys. In don't go there change, you don't go there change, you don't go there ZANU-PF. These are the different types of supporters we have. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this to understand when a politician is lying. I used to be a politician. When a politician is lying, in a politician's head, you are thinking, what nutrition do I need to give my client? You are on the receiving end of the lies. The politician is thinking, what must I cook up in my head to present to you so that you can buy my lie? So when the politician is talking to a terrorist, when the politician is talking to that person who is defending Chamisa, even though Chamisa is not being attacked, they know that they just have to say, Chisamba machisa, Chisamba machisa. Wato kechwa, wato nyeberwa, wato irwa. Okay? The politician also knows when I'm speaking to an academic, I must sell academia. I must sell scholastic enterprise. The politician also knows when I'm speaking to Ningi, So this is what causes the politicians. But understand, the different type of supporters is backed and supported by the different types of politicians. There are different types of politician. Type number one is the thief, okay? Kuma politician, there is just the thief. The thief is the politician who on their first day in office, they ask, Marino Garabapi, Keshirigubi. When Chombo became Minister of Finance, his first question was, Sakatine Mari, Irikupi, Iunsa Ikuno. This is type number one of politicians. Then you have the second type of politician. This is the accidental politician. Like they became politicians by accident. They thought they were just saying Adichachka, Hadichada. They didn't know. Kuti watoda, wato baba one. You are now an accidental politician. Shouts out to one Povo, by the way. I don't talk about Povo because you're not worth talking about, but you know, sharp, shouts out to Povo. I'm sure Mugida Maraila Rosara, Nevan, Yokuchech or something. Accidental politician. Then you have the let me do it for you politician. That's the Nkosana Moyo. He comes, let me build Zimbabwe for you. Let me do it for you. And then, you know, you got like just blatant liars, just straight up liars who take lies, use these lies to try and get to a conclusion, manipulate the conclusion. Typical example. The typical example of a straight up lying politician is the idiot of every week, Themba Melissa. Themba Melissa is a typical lying politician. He will nice babadze agenda zake dzanu akamakana nawo kuti angokuitisai. So you got the lying politician, you have the elitist politician and fadza emaero anomungoti politics chirungu politics, but you know, great effort to Fadzai. I mean, she brought yellow into style. Not every political party is using yellow. Kwasara MDC. You have the hallucinating politician. You know, which politician is the biggest hallucinator in Zimbabwe? Kosana Moyo. Kosana Moyo is the hallucinator. And of what one Tendera, ask what one Tendera brain. I don't want to fire is ask what one Fara E. So, of course, then you got the unlucky politician. I think that's Chamisa, and then you've got the Zimbabwe politician. Politician, Argufungo in Zimbabwe, Jurunaga, Haijanaga, Nudaka Pera Kudara, my Joyce Mujuru. I was going to watch tapira, tapitapia capera. Now I don't know, join over, but I'm Joyce Mujuru. I would like to talk about Coupe, but you know, I feel like people just say that I'm attacking Coupe, so we're not going to talk about Coupe. But look, moral of the story I'm trying to say is politicians are always going to lie. That's what they do. They wake up in the morning. Are you listening to me? Do you hear me? If you can hear me, press the hearts button. I want to tell you something. If you can hear me properly, press the hearts button, okay? Politicians wake up in the morning and they say, today, Nasi, what lie can I sell you for you to believe? That's what politicians do every single day, everywhere in the world. And they are the best. Do you understand? Lying is the biggest business in the world. People make so much money from lying. We lie to God, okay? You and me, we lie to God. How will we not lie to human beings? Denzel Washington gets paid $20 million a movie to get on front of a camera and act. Pretend, lie that he's called something else, lie that he has another name, lie that he lives in another house, lie that he lives a certain lifestyle. People get paid millions of dollars to lie. It's all a lie. Instagram is a lie. What we are wearing is a lie. So lying is the name of the game. But the secret, the trick, Mr. Chamisa, is do not get caught. Usapatwe uchinyeba. Because in the game of politics, You must not be caught lying, but you must lie. Because if you don't lie, we cannot buy your story. We know Emmerson Mnangagwa is lying to us. We know Robert Mugabe was lying to us. We know everybody is lying to us. We must even make songs about the lies that you tell us. The sweet, sweet lies that you tell us. Because Zimbabweans will ultimately choose the most believable liar. Zimbabweans will ultimately choose the most believable liar. Have you ever attended a Miss Zimbabwe concert? Have you? Have you ever attended a Miss Zimbabwe concert? This is what happens at a Miss Zimbabwe concert. It's one of the most attended local functions in the country, outside of Haifa perhaps. The reason why Zimbabwe beauty pageant is highly attended is it's no different. It's no different from Emmerson Mnangagwa and Nelson Chamisa, okay? I'm going to do a demonstration for you. So let's imagine Emmerson Mnangagwa and Nelson Chamisa were contesting in a beauty pageant. It would go something like this, right? So give me 1 second. This is what it would go like. It would go like, oh God. Right. Okay? Beauty pageant, Nelson Chamisa, Nelly, and Emmerson Mnangagwa, Amy, Nelly, Amy, Nelly, Amy, Mwibara. So this is what's happening in Zimbabwe. We're literally going through this, okay? So they'll say, we're now bringing out the contestants, and here comes out the contestant. I'm going to teach my task, mightiest touch. Hello, Zimbabwe, good evening. This is Miss Zimbabwe 2018, and we've got Nelly and Amy, and they will come Emmerson Mnangagwa. Amy, uyo, Amy, uyo, Amy, change dance. You're guaranteed same dance. I'm not gonna remix. Ngori. Same dance. Amy, go Amy. You know you take this woman home and she'll be boring as a man. Apa apeke makeup. Here comes Amy. Chifundukutu, kushata kumeso, kufuta muviri. Zimuviri lisina budget. Muviri wakabenda chasi. Amy, achuya chifamba pa runway. Amy, okay? So that's Amy, right? And then you got Nelson Chamisa. So Nelly then comes. Uyo, Nelly, Zimbabwe has to choose who do they want. Nelly, over there. Nelly, okay? This is what's happening, right? At the Miss Zimbabwe show. So, you've got Izzo. And then you got Nelly akamuka akashinura. So as this is going on, you get the beauty pageant, and everyone is like, "Hey, akakaka paparika, kana kona kundichikora msana ndikakaunza padeni. Ichi chidambundandanda, chisele mama sele." Nelson, I mean Amy, Emmerson Mnangagwa, sele mama sele. Chidafuka ijo. Chauya, chisele mama sele, chapinda. Nelly auya. So at this stage, Zimbabweans are like, okay, it's fantastic. We can see one is old and stable. The other is fast and unskilled. Where the difference then comes in is simple. The difference then comes in when the two candidates have been put in front of Zimbabwe and they are asked the question, Teach my task, that's okay. Yes. So now we're going to ask the beautiful ladies. You know, Teach Mataz must call them beautiful ladies. I mean, he has to. Teach Mataz, if there's one word Teach Mataz knows, is beautiful ladies. I mean, I don't have a card zika Teach Mataz. Kushiga bekuti achatombotarisa kuti vakanaka here. Atorine default position yekuti beautiful lady. Chikuru kupedza program. Ashika, above the team matters. Okay, so contestant number 1, Amy, you're going to ask you a question. Amy, now you are guaranteed that both candidates are going to lie. Amy, Emmerson Mnangagwa, Dambudzo, what is the capital city of Zimbabwe? Afunza Emiga. They asked the same question, all the candidates. Amy, what is the capital city of Zimbabwe? Mightiest touch, Teach Mataz, that's my name. Yes, beautiful Amy. Teach Mataz, I'm going to be beautiful Amy. Then Emmerson Mnangagwa comes, and then I just want to say good evening to the people of Zimbabwe. I want to say we restored legacy. The capital city of Zimbabwe, I don't know the answer. And this year, and ndinachandinoatsoziva ndinora ndiri panapa ndosaka ndisingataure zvakawanda kazhinji handitaure zvakawanda. Emika mara Emerson Mnangagwa ataura kuti handizive zvamuri kutaura. I don't know the answer. That's Emerson Mnangagwa, okay? Now, is that true or is that false? It's a lie. So Emerson Mnangagwa will lie to you. Then comes Nelson Chamisa. Mr. Chamisa, Mr. Chamisa, you're very beautiful and you're very jumpy, Mr. Chamisa. What would you like to say to the people of Zimbabwe? What is the capital city of Zimbabwe? What is the capital city of Zimbabwe, Mr. Chamisa? Then Nelly would then say, the capital city of Zimbabwe is Kinshasa. It is Kinshasa. Now, Nelly will tell you the capital city of Zimbabwe is Kinshasa. What has just happened here is both have told you a lie, and Zimbabwe have to decide which of these two are we going to believe, because which lie are we going to pick? Now, I think what ends up happening is people end up saying, at least uyo ataura hake kuti inandiziye ari wrong but anobatsirika. Kwete uyo ataura kuti inini ndiri kuona kunge capital city yenyika in Kinshasa. So what will happen is right now, Nelson Chamisa and MDC, don't worry about attacking us. Get your house in order, because if you don't, in a few weeks, this is what you're going to be facing on the television of Zimbabwe. Munonzwa nayo danzi, izvo so tanzwa nayo danzi. Saka kana musiri kuda kuiona Mr. Chamisa, motoona kuti mambomira iyo. Maenda kunotsvaka rubatsiro kuti vana veZimbabwe vakubatsire. There's too many Zimbabweans who want to help you. Get help. Zimbabwe, thank you for watching tonight. Until next time, good night. Hi guys, thank you for supporting the Lumumba Files. To make sure you don't miss a show, press the subscribe button below and the notification button. That's the one with the little bell, and you will always get told when I put up a show. Thank you for watching. Head bowed.